1 in 6 young people in the UK now struggles with a mental health disorder, and the number keeps rising every single year. But here's the unsettling part. What if this crisis isn't random and isn't fully visible? Imagine waking up tired, scrolling for hours, feeling anxious for no clear reason. You think it's just stress, but what if it's something deeper, something quietly shaping your mind every day? Across the UK, students sit in silent pressure. Young adults walk through life feeling numb, overwhelmed, and disconnected. On the outside, everything looks normal, but inside, something feels off. Science now shows that modern life is rewiring the brain in ways we don't fully notice, and most people are stuck in patterns they believe are harmless. In this video, we uncover 10 hidden forces driving this crisis right now. Some will surprise you. Some may hit close to home. And number 1 could completely change how you see your daily life. Number 10, sleep deprivation epidemic. Right now, millions of people are walking through life in a state of quiet exhaustion, and they don't even realize how deeply it is affecting their mind. Sleep is not just rest, it is when your brain resets, repairs, and stabilizes your emotions. But when sleep is cut short, even by 1 or 2 hours, the brain's emotional center becomes overactive. This means small problems start to feel overwhelming, and normal stress begins to feel like danger. Studies have shown that lack of sleep can raise anxiety levels by up to 60%. That is not a small shift, that is a complete change in how you experience reality. The hidden problem is this: modern life is designed to steal your sleep without you noticing. Late night scrolling, artificial light, irregular schedules, these all confuse your brain's natural clock. Your body stops knowing when to wind down, and over time, this creates a loop. You feel stressed, so you sleep poorly. Then poor sleep makes you more stressed the next day. It becomes a silent cycle that slowly drains your mental strength. Most people blame their mood, their job, or other people, never realizing the root cause could start the night before. The good news is that this is one of the fastest things you can fix. Start by setting a fixed sleep and wake time, even on weekends. Turn off all screens at least 60 minutes before bed. Let your mind slow down in a dark, quiet space. If your thoughts race, write them down. These simple actions send a clear signal to your brain: it is safe to rest. And when your brain finally gets the recovery it needs, everything begins to feel more stable, clear, and under control. Number 9, social media dopamine overload. Every scroll, every like, every short video is quietly training your brain, and most people have no idea it's happening. Social media is not just entertainment. It is a system designed to trigger small bursts of pleasure again and again. Each notification releases dopamine, the brain's reward signal. But here's the hidden shift: when dopamine hits come too often, your brain starts needing more just to feel normal. This lowers your ability to enjoy real life. Simple moments feel dull. Focus becomes harder. And your mind starts chasing quick rewards instead of deep satisfaction. The deeper issue is how this rewires your attention. Your brain begins to expect constant stimulation, fast changes, and instant results. Long tasks like studying, working, or even having a real conversation start to feel uncomfortable. This is not weakness. It is conditioning. Over time, your brain loses its tolerance for stillness. Silence feels stressful. Boredom feels unbearable. And that creates a hidden anxiety loop, where you reach for your phone to escape discomfort, but the phone itself is feeding that discomfort. Breaking this cycle does not mean quitting everything. It means taking back control. Start by setting clear limits, use app timers and reduce usage by even 30 minutes a day. Create one no-scroll zone, like the first hour after waking up or the last hour before sleep. Replace that time with something slower, like walking or reading. These small shifts retrain your brain to enjoy real life again. And as your mind resets, you begin to notice something powerful: your focus sharpens, your mood stabilizes, and the constant noise inside your head finally starts to fade. If even one of these hidden forces made you pause, ask yourself this: what has been silently shaping your life without you noticing? Share your thoughts below, not just what you think, but what you're ready to change starting today. Watch our previous video to go even deeper, because this is just the beginning of understanding your mind and taking back control. We put hours of deep research and effort into every video to bring you real value, so subscribe to our channel, it is just one click. Number 8. Academic pressure and perfectionism. Behind good grades and high expectations, there is a silent pressure system pushing many young people to the edge. On the surface, it looks like ambition. But underneath, it often becomes fear, fear of failure, fear of falling behind, fear of not being enough. The brain starts to link self-worth with performance. This means every test, every deadline, every result feels like a judgment of who you are, not just what you did. Over time, this creates constant tension. Even small mistakes feel heavy. Even success feels temporary. The hidden mechanic here is perfectionism. The brain sets unrealistically high standards, then punishes itself for not reaching them. This keeps you stuck in a loop of overworking and self-criticism. Studies show this pattern raises stress hormones and increases the risk of anxiety and burnout. And here's the deeper issue: the more you chase perfect results, the more your brain focuses on what is missing, not what is working. This blocks satisfaction and keeps your mind in a constant state of pressure. You may look productive on the outside, but inside, you feel drained and never truly at ease. Breaking this cycle starts with a shift in how you measure progress. Replace perfect with progress. Set clear, realistic targets that you can actually complete. Use focused 60 to 90-minute study blocks, then step away and reset your mind. When you make a mistake, pause and ask, "What did I learn?" This trains your brain to see growth instead of failure. Over time, pressure turns into control, and instead of feeling trapped by expectations, you begin to move forward with clarity, energy, and confidence. Number 7. Financial stress and cost of living crisis. Money stress is no longer just a background worry, it has become a daily mental load that quietly drains your energy and focus. Prices rise, bills stack up, and income often feels one step behind. On the surface, it looks like a practical problem. But inside the brain, it triggers something deeper. Financial uncertainty activates a constant threat response, keeping your mind in survival mode. This means your brain stays alert, scanning for danger, even when you are trying to rest. Over time, this low-level pressure builds into anxiety, irritability, and mental fatigue. The hidden mechanic is how this stress loops without a clear off switch. Unlike a short-term problem, money pressure does not end at a fixed time, it follows you everywhere. You think about it while eating, working, even trying to sleep. This keeps stress hormones elevated for long periods, which slowly affects mood, decision-making, and even physical health. The brain becomes wired to expect problems, making it harder to feel safe or satisfied, even when things are stable for a moment. This is why many people feel stuck, tense, and unable to fully relax. The way out starts with creating small zones of control. Instead of trying to fix everything at once, focus on what you can manage today. Break your spending into 3 simple groups: needs, priorities, and extras. Track them daily, even for just 5 minutes. Set one small financial goal each week, like saving a fixed amount or cutting one expense. These actions signal to your brain that you are regaining control. And when control increases, stress begins to drop. Slowly, your mind shifts from survival mode to a more stable, clear, and focused state. Number 6. Loneliness despite hyperconnection. You can be surrounded by people, messages, and notifications, and still feel completely alone. This is one of the most confusing parts of the modern mental health crisis. On the surface, we are more connected than ever. But connection is not the same as closeness. The brain does not measure how many people you talk to, it measures how safe, seen, and understood you feel. When that depth is missing, the brain reads it as isolation. Even in a crowd, the hidden mechanic lies in the quality of interaction. Digital communication often removes eye contact, tone, and real presence, signals your brain uses to feel secure. Without these, conversations stay shallow. Over time, your brain starts to believe that no one truly understands you. This activates the same stress pathways linked to physical danger. Studies have shown that long-term loneliness can impact health as much as heavy smoking. That is how serious this is. And the longer it continues, the more your brain withdraws, making it even harder to reach out. Breaking this cycle requires intentional, real-world connection. Start small, aim for at least 2 meaningful face-to-face interactions each week. This could be a walk, a coffee, or even a simple conversation without distractions. During that time, stay fully present. Put your phone away. Make eye contact. Listen without rushing. These moments send a powerful signal to your brain: you are not alone, you are safe. And as these signals repeat, the feeling of connection begins to return, slowly replacing that quiet, heavy sense of isolation. Number 5. Reduced physical movement. The human brain was built to move, but modern life has quietly trained it to sit still for hours. From long study sessions to office work and endless screen time, movement has dropped to a minimum. On the surface, this feels normal. But inside your body, something critical is missing. Physical movement is not just for fitness, it is a key driver of mental balance. When you move, your brain releases chemicals that lift mood, sharpen focus, and reduce stress. Without it, those systems begin to slow down. The hidden mechanic is how quickly this affects your brain's chemistry. Low movement reduces the release of serotonin and other mood-supporting signals. At the same time, stress hormones stay higher for longer. This creates a subtle but powerful shift. You feel heavier, slower, less motivated. Small tasks feel harder than they should. Your brain starts conserving energy, not creating it. And the less you move, the less energy you feel, which keeps the cycle going. Many people think they are just tired, but in reality, their system is understimulated. The solution is simpler than most people expect. You do not need intense workouts, you need consistent movement. Start with short bursts. Move for 10 minutes after every 60 to 90 minutes of sitting. Walk, stretch, or do light activity. Keep it easy but regular. These small actions wake your brain up and restart its natural balance. Over time, your energy rises, your mood lifts, and your mind feels clearer. What once felt like effort begins to feel natural, and your body starts working with you instead of against you. Number 4. Uncertain future and career anxiety. For many people today, the future no longer feels exciting, it feels unclear, unstable, and out of control. You work hard, you try to plan ahead, but something always feels uncertain. Jobs change fast. Industries shift. Opportunities feel unpredictable. On the surface, this looks like normal worry. But inside the brain, it creates a deeper problem. Uncertainty keeps your mind stuck in a constant what-if loop, searching for answers that do not exist yet. And when the brain cannot find certainty, it often assumes the worst. The hidden mechanic is how the brain handles the unknown. Your mind is designed to predict and prepare, but when the future feels unclear, it keeps running scenarios over and over again. This drains mental energy and increases anxiety. You may notice overthinking, second-guessing, or feeling stuck before even taking action. The brain starts to confuse uncertainty with danger, even when there is no immediate threat. This is why career anxiety can feel so intense. It is not just about work, it is about your sense of safety and direction in life. The way forward is not to eliminate uncertainty, but to reduce its power over you. Start by focusing on what you can control in the next 3 to 6 months, not the next 5 years. Build skills that stay useful across different paths. Break your goals into small, clear steps you can act on weekly. This gives your brain real evidence of progress and control. And as that sense of control grows, the noise of uncertainty begins to quiet down. You stop waiting for clarity and start creating it, one step at a time. Number 3. Overstimulation and mental fatigue. Your brain was not built for constant noise, but today, silence has almost disappeared. From the moment you wake up, your mind is hit with alerts, messages, videos, and endless information. It feels normal because everyone lives this way. But inside your brain, something very different is happening. Each piece of input demands attention, and your brain has to process it all, even when you think you are ignoring it. Over time, this creates a state of overload where your mind never fully rests. The hidden mechanic is how this affects your focus system. Your brain's control center, which helps you think clearly and make decisions, becomes overworked and tired. When this happens, your attention weakens. You find it harder to concentrate, harder to stay present, and easier to feel overwhelmed. Small tasks start to feel heavy. Your mind jumps from one thought to another, searching for relief but never finding it. This is mental fatigue, and it builds slowly until even simple things feel exhausting. The solution is not to escape the world, but to create space within it. Start by building daily, quiet zones, where there are no notifications, no screens, and no interruptions. Even 30 to 60 minutes can make a difference. Let your mind slow down. Sit, walk, or think without input. This gives your brain time to reset and recover its strength. As you repeat this, your focus returns, your thoughts become clearer, and that constant pressure inside your head begins to fade. Number 2, lack of purpose and meaning. You can have a routine, a job, even achievements, and still feel like something is missing. This is one of the quietest but most powerful drivers of mental distress. On the surface, life looks fine. You wake up, complete tasks, and move through the day. But inside, there is a question that never fully goes away: what is all this for? When the brain cannot find meaning in what you do, it begins to disconnect from it. And that disconnection slowly turns into emptiness. The hidden mechanic is how the brain links purpose to motivation and emotional stability. Meaning acts like a direction signal. It tells your brain that your effort matters. Without it, even small tasks feel heavy and pointless. Studies have shown that a lack of purpose is strongly linked to depression and low life satisfaction. Your brain starts to conserve energy because it does not see a reason to invest it. This is why you may feel unmotivated, even when you know what you should be doing. It is not laziness. It is a missing sense of direction. The way to rebuild this is not through big, dramatic changes, but through small, consistent actions. Start by choosing one area of your life that matters to you: growth, health, learning, or helping others. Then set one simple goal each day that connects to that area. Keep it clear and achievable. These small steps send a signal to your brain: this matters, keep going. Over time, these signals build into a stronger sense of purpose. And as that grows, so does your energy, your focus, and your sense of meaning in everyday life. Number 1, emotional suppression culture. From a young age, many people are taught one silent rule: keep your emotions under control, no matter what. Do not cry too much. Do not show anger. Stay strong. Stay calm. On the surface, this looks like maturity. But inside the brain, something very different is happening. When emotions are pushed down instead of processed, they do not disappear, they stay active beneath the surface. Over time, this creates internal pressure that slowly builds without release. The hidden mechanic is how the brain handles unexpressed emotion. Every emotion is a signal that needs to be acknowledged and understood. When you ignore it, the brain keeps sending the signal, often stronger each time. This can show up as anxiety, sudden mood swings, or a constant sense of tension. Studies have found that emotional suppression is linked to higher stress levels and even physical health issues. Your mind is working overtime to hold everything in, and that drains your energy without you realizing it. What you avoid expressing, your body continues to carry. The shift begins with learning how to safely release and understand what you feel. Start with a simple daily habit: take 5 minutes to write down exactly what you are feeling, without filtering it. Name the emotion clearly: anger, fear, stress, or sadness. Then ask yourself why it is there. This process, often called "name it to tame it," helps your brain reduce the intensity of the emotion. Over time, this builds emotional strength, not weakness. And instead of feeling controlled by what is inside you, you begin to understand it, manage it, and move forward with clarity. What you have just seen is not a random list of problems, it is a connected system quietly shaping how you think, feel, and live every single day. Sleep loss, constant scrolling, pressure, money stress, and emotional silence all work together in the background. They reduce your focus, drain your energy, and slowly take control of your decisions. When this system runs unchecked, it limits your freedom. You feel busy but not productive. Tired but unable to rest. Surrounded by options, yet unable to choose clearly. This is how control is lost, not all at once, but step by step. The impact goes deeper than mood. When your mind is not clear, your financial choices suffer, your work quality drops, and your growth slows down. Stress leads to quick decisions, poor habits, and missed opportunities. Over time, this affects your income, your stability, and your future options. Your status, both personal and professional, is shaped by how well your mind performs under pressure. And if your mental system is overloaded, you are not operating at your true level. You are reacting, not leading. But here is the shift that changes everything. Once you see the system, you can start taking your power back. Small daily actions, better sleep, controlled input, real connection, and honest emotional release begin to rebuild your mental strength. Clarity returns. Energy rises. Decisions become sharper. And when your mind becomes stable again, your freedom expands, your financial control improves, and your direction in life becomes stronger. This is not just about mental health. This is about reclaiming control over your entire life. If even one of these hidden forces made you pause, ask yourself this: what has been silently shaping your life without you noticing? Share your thoughts below, not just what you think, but what you're ready to change starting today. Watch our previous video to go even deeper, because this is just the beginning of understanding your mind and taking back control. We put hours of deep research and effort into every video to bring you real value, so subscribe to our channel. It is just one click.